guys, welcome back to Sour Episode 5. I'm here with the new head basketball coach, Mr. LUNKENHEIMER. And let's get started.
All right, let's go.
Sour pumpkin. Yeah,
Okay.
it's being festive today.
All right.
All right. What is leadership in action? What do students get out of your class?
Okay. Leadership in action is, I think it's a great way for them, students, to make connections with other students. And that's a good way for the freshmen to learn about high school. It's also a great way for our students to strengthen their leadership skills and highlight some of those skills that you don't see in other courses. It's unique. It's not like we have a lot of content that we have to go over, but it's everyday organizations are asking us to do stuff, them to do stuff. So every day is new and unique, just kind of like in the business world. We have a new challenge. Every day they get to go either freshman campus or they're in our building. They meet with guest speakers and all those things. So I think it's just a different opportunity.
And then I was in your growth mindset in my freshman year. How does that compare to what the freshmen are getting right now?
So that aim, I think, was unique because those students were all kind of placed together based on kind of a test score, their growth mindset score, their willingness to fail and then succeed or work hard. We are doing similar lessons in all the aims at freshman campus. For example, they're going to have a fall fest coming up, and one of the topics is growth mindset, working hard, staying motivated. So we're trying to use some of those things in that growth mindset aim that we've had in the past and just kind of trickle them into the freshman campus.
All right, that's all I have for that, Kennedy. Next is Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
Okay. So this year you have a lot of seniors on your team in basketball. What is the benefit of having a senior-heavy lineup?
Okay, so senior heavy lineup is a good thing, especially at practice. I can kind of say one thing. Now, I am new to all the girls, and they're new to me, but they've been through a practice before. They've done the whole travel to an away game. You can kind of leave some of those things aside and let them figure it out because they've been there before. Could be a disadvantage for me because I forget them to tell them about that process or what I like to do in that process. But they have experience, which is nice to rely on. And they've been great in the aspect of leading the younger kids. You know, they're starting stretching or, you know, telling them that this is important or, hey, let's go to this event. Just their little leadership role and what they've saw in the past, and now they're kind of displaying that.
And then what are your goals for your first season as a head coach?
All right, so goals, obviously number one in sports is to win games, but it's not the most important. It's to build relationships, to create, you know, a place where they want to be, going further in the future, to have them come back. That's my goal, is to have the athletes come back and share time with us, share their experiences, whether it's in athletics after school or, you know, in their career fields, just to keep those connections, build those relationships, and then just, you know, as many girls participating as possible.
All right, that's all I had for that one. Now we have war.
Oh, here we go.
This is where, like,
This is the
it
blast
gets
from the past.
intense, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
I'm ready for this. All right.
Cheers. Good. So, you are a government teacher, so politics are more present in students' lives than ever. Most students here can't vote. What can students still do to have their voice heard?
They can stay up on the issues, right? We're all connected via social media and those platforms. I mean, as a social studies teacher, being able to identify, you know, what's a correct source, what's accurate information, sharing that information with individuals, maybe sharing it with your parents, right? You can be active that way. You can go to meetings and things like that. You can be active in school and different organizations to voice your opinion. It's okay to disagree, right, with other people because of their opinions politically, as long as you're respectful. But yeah, like most of the kids that are in even government can't vote. But if they're informed now, then they'll be an informed voter later.
And then, like, just like government stuff specifically,
Mhm.
what is your favorite government class to teach?
So I really enjoyed AP. You know, I didn't think I was going to teach government at first, and then I didn't think I was ready for AP Gov. But just the nuts and bolts and the connections that you see every day, and being able to then apply what I've learned in AP Gov also to my other classes. So like I use a lot of those court cases in youth and law because they're relevant to everyone's lives.
Alright, that's all I have for that one. Do you kind of just want to go?
You spit it out?
Yeah.
At first, yeah, that's
Yeah,
rough
it's
at
intense
first.
at first. Okay, this
Oh
is
my-
the lemon juice.
Oh, okay,
It's like 3 in a row here. It's gonna be rough.
okay.
Ready?
So should I drink this after you ask the question?
Or before. Like, we'll do it
Like, right-
together.
All right, ready?
Alright, cheers.
It's
Yeah.
really sour.
What is your favorite class that you've ever taught to teach and why?
It's always going to be youth and law, I think. When I came in, I was given youth and law. I taught like 9 of my 10 sections were youth and law, so I was able to design it, create it, and kind of do what I want with it. And now with connections in the community, I'm able to go on field trips. We have police officers and state attorneys coming into the building to talk to our students. Even our K-9 officer has come in and visited us. We have individuals in here with a lot of experience, like Mr. Delgadillo, who's our security official. We have our SRO, Officer Noise, and like those are resources. So I can reach out to those people, and I don't really have to teach, right? I just use them to come in, and I think kids like that, like a different voice. So it's always that. We do mock trials too. I think it's one of the funnest things that we do, where they can actually play a role and act like an attorney for a day.
Are the mock trials like your favorite like type of unit in youth and law?
Yeah, I think that's my favorite because they're actually doing something. I for 2 days when the trial happens, I sit back and I watch. For the other days, they prep and I just guide them, and the outcome is always different every year, even within class periods. So I always look forward to the outcome. I always hear them in the hallways too, like arguing. That's my favorite part. Like, no, that wasn't fair. Like, we actually should have won. The jury was done. That's the best part.
Alright, that's all I have for the lemon juice. And then the last candy is toxic waste.
Oh, I don't even know what that means. What is this?
It's like a
It's like a warhead?
but it's worse.
Oh, come on.
To most people, you have not made like any faces.
Yeah.
Yes, sour. The warhead was pretty sour, but I grew up on warheads. That was always the challenge. This.
This is new.
Have you done this one before?
I
Oh, you have? Okay.
Alright, ready?
Ready?
Okay. How did being a student here and then now as a teacher, how has the school changed in any way?
Whoa. This is. The schools, I mean, obviously, the buildings change, right? The formats change, which I do like, with the freshmen and the upper campus. But the teachers are very similar. Teachers here care. And that's what I remember when I came here. That's why I came back. A lot of different course offerings, which is great. I don't think they only had maybe 2 AP classes when I was here. Now we have all these manufacturing classes, all these media classes, right? We have all these AP options, which is great, like student choice and things like that. But besides like the building, what it looks like, a lot of it's pretty similar, right? I mean, the schedule, it's the people are very similar, they care. That's why, like I said, why I came back. Whoa, this is getting to me. And again, it's nice to be teaching in a community that you came from, because I feel I can relate to the kids. Like when they talk about, oh, this happened to me. Oh yeah, I used to do that when I was a kid too. Or I used to go there, or I know exactly where that's at. Maybe traditions of McHenry or whatnot. So that's beneficial as well.
Mm-hmm. And then what kind of grades would you have gotten in your own classes that you teach now?
Good question. In the ones I teach, I'm not going to tell you I would get an A in AP Gov, that's for sure. Youth and Law, I aced it in high school. Regular Gov, I aced it in high school. I'm telling you, I'd probably struggle a little bit AP Gov. It's difficult. And it's like, if you would have told me I was teaching government as a student at 17, 18, I would have said no. Because most 17, 18-year-olds don't like politics and government, and that's what I was. But, yeah, maybe a B. I thought you would be an AP Gov.
All right, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for
today.
having me.
Yeah, of course.
This one's got to go. That one's a struggle.